Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, man, I spoke on this shortly on the live about what Bob Arum said about Lomachenko and his decision not to fight this year. Let's paraphrase it real quick. Excuse me. Mosquitoes been tearing me up. So basically, it was in boxing.com. He said that, I don't know if I read it on the, I read it on the live on Monday. We went from the computer on Monday. I'm going to get back on the computer lives, but a little bit more. So basically said that Lomachenko didn't want to fight. He'd be fighting next quarter. Could be versus Tank. We don't know. He won't be retiring. That he got some things going on in Ukraine and his family, and that's why he didn't want to fight Gervonta Davis. I also heard other places they said the money was right, so the money wasn't an issue. So now that's out the way. My thing is this shit like this. It just shows you like whatever side you on. A lot of times it's just based on racial, or it's based on who people favor. And I'm talking about from a content creator perspective. I mean, writers, they create content, all that stuff. So a duck is a duck. And a lot of people justify Lomachenko ducking. I don't justify nobody ducking. When Gervonta was avoiding Loma, I was on his helmet. Loma avoided Gervonta, I'm on his helmet. When Loma avoided Devin, I was on his helmet. When William Zepeda, which I like a lot, avoided Shakur Stevenson, I was on his helmet. Eastside Cruz avoided Shakur Stevenson, I was on his helmet. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, Canelo avoided David Benavidez, I'm on his helmet. So you can go up and down the spectrum. I'm with making the biggest and the best fights possible, or the best fights possible. So whoever ducking, I'm on their helmet. So it doesn't matter religion, race, creed, or where you from. A duck is a duck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm holding everybody accountable. Now, is ducking subjective to some people? Crawford and Jerron Booth's in it. Some people feel like he owed Jerron Booth's in it something. But when you become undisputed, what do I owe you? Some people say, well, Canelo ducking Terrence Crawford. I mean, he don't have to fight him. They're not in the same weight class. What does he get for fighting him? Maybe a fatter check. It's more risk on hit. Well, it's risk on both sides, but that's neither here or there. And now you got people saying, well, Will Loma, you got Loma, well, Tank didn't want to fight Loma for the last 5 years, and Loma did, and when Loma signed his belt away to Devin Haney, they didn't say shit about it. Oh, Devin too green, and Devin don't deserve a shot. Who are we to determine who deserves a shot? Because the sanction belt body say a lot of guys deserve a shot, and they get in there and they got storage. They said Ivan Uterman deserved a shot versus Canelo. He went in there and got storage. That just lets you know, man, like a lot of these dudes, it just depends on who the fighter is. When they don't like the fighter, it's easy to call him a duck. When they don't like the fighter and he win, it's easy to take away from him and not give him his credit. It's easy not to make content on him when he up. When he lose, it's easy to make content about him. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. All it boils down to is who. It's not a principle that these guys got. It's not a principle. Now, it's always exceptions to the rules. I understand it. But it's not principle. So a lot of dudes that was getting mad at aerosexuals, and a lot of them aerosexuals get mad at Terrence Crawford people. A lot of Crawford people that's getting mad at Lomachenko. A lot of Lomachenko fans get mad at Shakur. A lot of Shakur fans get mad at Devin. Devin fans get mad. But who really standing on business on what they believe in? Rarely nobody in the sport of boxing that talk about it. We've seen as far as the Ryan Garcia racial slurs went. A lot of people was, it wasn't a big deal to them. Oh, the number one thing they say is, let's not make it about race. That's one of their words where they try. That's one of their shaming tactics. Why is it always about race? And that come from somebody who probably feel guilty. If it's about race and you don't want to be in the conversation or you want to be associated with it, why are you jumping in talking? You gotta ask yourself that. So, I just look at it, man. It's like you see a lot of dudes that'll go hard on one fighter, but then when they fighter do some whole shit, they won't say nothing. And this Lomachenko is a prime example. It's not, even if it's one time, it ain't one time. This is the second time he did some shit like this. Third time, my bad. This motherfucker's a 3-time offender. Throw him away. In Cali, throw him away. He signed his belt away from Devin. And nobody gave Devin credit for coming back to fight him. Nobody was like, man, Devin a real ninja. He gave, Lomachenko an opportunity when Loma didn't give him one. That's why I told y'all, man, turn the other cheek, man. Eat a dick sideways, man. Absolutely not. You can't get these brothers turn the other cheek on these brothers. You can't turn the other cheek on these sisters. You can't turn the other cheek on these Ukrainians, these white people. No, they take kindness for weakness, bro. They take kindness for weakness. He ducked Shakur Stevenson in the rankings. Well, if he get a belt, then he can unify with Shakur. That motherfucker ain't trying to knock on that door at all. And now he ducked Gervonta Davis. And somebody had a funny comment said, well, Gervonta ducked Loma whole resume, which is hilarious. I got to give him that. I'm not defending Gervonta and I'm not defending Lomachenko. All I'm saying is a duck is a duck. One duck don't justify another duck. It don't. But in their mind, it do. They just so hell-bent on, well, I don't like this other fighter. I'm going to justify whatever Lomachenko do or whatever, Benavidez do or whatever Canelo do. It don't matter who it's against. I'm going to justify it. But then they want to turn around, when the Gervonta do something. See, he a duck. No, you can't do that. You sound like a sucker. You ain't authentic. Y'all be saying, I'm the most unbiased and I'm authentic. I'm real. Nah. You faker than a $3 bill, kid. Like, a duck is a duck. The variables may change, but the standard cannot change. This motherfucker was scared. He didn't want to fight. All my family to Ukraine. What was that problem when he fought Camboso? What was that up with Devin Haney, Jermaine Ortiz? Like I said before, when he fought Devin Haney, he pushed the fight back, and he know that man had to do Ramadan. Come on, you just fought Jermaine Ortiz. What you need more time for? Lomachenko is overrated. He a duck with a day and a night pass throughout boxing. They give him a pass because imagine this. Imagine if Lomachenko got the same publicity that Alexander Usyk got, right? Usyk was on the top rank, I believe. They let him walk. What if he got the same publicity that Usyk got? None of these dudes would be on the Lomachenko bandwagon. I remember Triple G, that Max Kellerman would speak highly of Triple G. Oh, wait till Triple G come to America and do this, that. A lot of people attach their fandom to Triple G because of the hype that was around him. It was the hype. The media hype, the hype. It was all hype. A lot of people, they just go off hype. Lomachenko was off hype. Well, you got 2 gold medals. All the shameful shit that he did in boxing, like didn't meet Rigondeaux at a solid weight, but then talk about, well, I'm too small for this weight class. Absolutely not. So was Rigondeaux. Signed his belt away from Devin, ducked Shakur Stevenson in the rankings, ducked Gervonta Davis. Every time he lose, it's an excuse. So this is a shameful fighter, bruh. So y'all trying to make him out to be this glorious warrior. All I see is shame. All I see is a red carpet laid out for him. All I see is a media hype. And a lot of y'all get attracted to the media hype. A lot of y'all get attracted to the hype. A lot of y'all believe everything on the news. When somebody try to tell you the real, it's fake news. Bars. So yeah, Lomachenko's shameful. He's nothing. He's a punk. And now you hear a lot of guys out here, oh man, I'm not gonna talk about it because Tank ducked him first. You don't have any journalistic integrity. You just another biased people, the same people that y'all be talking about riding Errol Spence nuts, riding Deontay Wilder nuts, riding Gervonta Davis nuts. riding on the Benavides Diddy train. No Diddy. Y'all got so much vitriol and hatred and oh he's this and there. But then when y'all day come to wear the Cinderella slipper, it's just y'all justify it. Y'all no different from them justifying their favorite fighters ducking. They ain't no different. That's why you come back to that debate between good and evil. Really don't exist. It's just your point of view is what side you sit on it. If it's you versus him and only one person can survive, what you gonna do? You gonna do what you need to do to survive. So really good and evil is just a subjective point of view. If you a drug dealer and you know, the world ain't did shit for you, all they did is destroy your family. You started off, 100-meter race. You started off 500 meters behind everybody else just to get to the 100-meter race. Of course you're gonna say fuck life and you're gonna do what you gotta do to get bread. You gonna justify it in your head. All this evil done to me, and I can put myself and my family in a better position. In my mind, I'm the hero. And depending on who's sitting on that side of that side of the pendulum, you're the hero. It really ain't no good and evil. This is why you get a lot of women that justify their actions. When they cheat on you or do something wrong or harm to you, in their mind, they really can justify what they done to you. Because, from their point of view, they did nothing wrong. Same thing in this scenario with Lomachenko. Triple G for years avoiding the Pavliks, the Arthur Abrahams, the Felix Sturms, and shit like that. They find ways to justify it. So, like I said, it is what it is, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Hit the link tree, you can find me on X, Patreon. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Peace.